never truly know how to make videos like these because I tend to lead off in a billion different directions, but this one feels like a must make. If you guys haven't watched, Karrion Kross actually just put out a new documentary style video over on YouTube, and it is an amazing watch, and I truly highly suggest it. The title is My WWE Contract Ends Today. Now, people may be wondering, if you're a new viewer here, why is this such a big deal? Maybe you've never seen wrestling before. The reason why this is such a big deal is because Karrion Kross, as of recent, has become very over with the fans. He's become one with the fans. In fact, he is one that the fans tend to root for all the time now, and he is portrayed on TV as the bad guy. But in today's video, I want to discuss how WWE could be going through a deja vu moment with Karrion Kross. So let's just go jump into that. Karrion Kross is a very unique superstar, really one of a kind. When we talk about him, we talk about him in a light kind of the same way that we talked about Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was an enigma in WWE. He was what felt like a very untapped market. WWE weren't fully able to really bring out everything that Bray Wyatt brought to the table. And that sucked for WWE fans because we all knew the creative mind that Wyndham Rotunda or Bray Wyatt had. He was so beyond creative that it drove him legitimately crazy. And that's something to say. Now, the same can be said about Karrion Kross. You watch some of his videos on YouTube, and if you even just look at his backstage promos, you can tell that Karrion Kross really has that same mind. And in fact, when WWE brought him back after he had been released from the company once before, they brought him back and they had him walk up to Roman Reigns and set an hourglass down and say, "Tick-tock." That implicated instantly that they had really, really big plans for Karrion Kross. Now, keep in mind that was 2 years ago, and in today, we're talking about a potential release that Karrion Kross has been going through. Now, the reason why this is such a massive deal, and why I say it's a deja vu moment, if Karrion Kross is indeed gone from the company, what WWE has just created is another version of CM Punk. Okay, Billy, if you're going to say that, you have to have something to back it up. It's very simple. I have that to back it up. And it's as simple as the fans. You see, WWE has been gone and done numerous things with Karrion Kross. And you've heard the fans very loud and clear. We want Kross. We want Kross. He was on an episode of Raw, and he said, "You want me? You got me." And it was almost like a Joker-type mannerism. Now, if you go watch his documentary that he put out today, it was told by WWE that they didn't even want him to play in to the Karrion Kross chants, the "We Want Kross" chants. And I find that very interesting. I find that very... WWE isn't listening to their fan base. WWE doesn't care what their fan base necessarily wants. Now, here's the thing to this. If that is true, the reason why this becomes, again, another CM Punk situation is because fans will not stop. If Karrion Kross is indeed gone from the company, and right now as I'm recording this, it's 8:49 on August 10th, Scarlett actually just put out a tweet saying that, she's accepting bookings. So it does look like Scarlett is gone from the company. So if this is true and he is gone, it goes to show you that no matter the regime, no matter it be Vince McMahon, no matter it be TKO, no matter it be Triple H, no matter it be Nick Khan, no matter it be Bruce Pritchard, whoever, Stephanie McMahon, WWE will go out there and they will tell you, "We hear you," but they never do. You see, they hear you when they think it's right. For instance, the Daniel Bryan situation or the Kofi Kingston situation. The truth of the matter is they do that because they know it's the right thing to do, but then they take it away from you and then you just kind of get tired of it. You see, with the Karrion Kross situation, I don't know if people will ever actually get tired of it because, again, it's kind of like CM Punk. They understand how compelling Karrion Kross is. The creative mind that Karrion Kross carries is one of the greatest of all time. Again, seeing it with the backstage stuff that he's doing. Seeing it with Sami Zayn and how that was being moved around. So if WWE let him go, you create a very horrible situation. Now, there's another hand to this, and I want to discuss that in this video as well. So on one hand, you have the deja vu problem. On the other hand, you have what could be the greatest work of all time. How could it be the greatest work? Well, if you go to the lengths of removing somebody from your roster page, if you go to the lengths of having somebody go on their own personal YouTube channel, almost downplaying WWE, and you have him do that, and you downplay him at SummerSlam, and you say, oh, you want Brock, you got him, as they're chanting, we want Cross. If you have that issue and you're letting all of that happen, what you're creating is the second coming of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because what you have is rebellion, and you have it in a more 2025 fashion. It's not being done in a light of, oh, well, WWE and you know, the 19 Attitude Era, the 1990s, whatever the case is. You have it in this modern era, and what you're creating is that star without forcing him down people's throats, kind of like we've seen with Roman Reigns, kind of like we've seen with John Cena, kind of like we're seeing with Cody Rhodes. What you have is somebody who is there in the present, in the now. And it can go down as the greatest work of all time if it is true. Now, again, we're not even 100% true whether it is, whether it isn't. We don't know if it's a deja vu. We don't know if it's the greatest work of all time. But one thing that we do know is that Karrion Kross has let out his frustration in that documentary that I talked about in the beginning of this video. So I highly suggest everybody go and watch that, because it will tell you a lot. It'll tell you a lot about Karrion Kross, the person. And I highly think it is worth the watch 100%. If WWE has chosen to go the route of letting go of Karrion Kross, I can personally say I would not be a happy camper. I would feel let down by WWE. If they're choosing to go in that opposite route of, hey, look at everything we're doing, good for you. Again, no matter the regime, no matter the situation, WWE at the end of the day will do what WWE does, and that is do anything to make money. I would almost be certain to say that this would be them losing money, and they would be essentially hitting themselves in the foot in a really bad way. So I'm sorry if this video has gone in a billion different directions. I really needed to let out my own personal frustration to this Karrion Kross situation, as I do feel it's an interesting one. But he is somebody that I enjoy seeing on weekly television, and I think it would be a shame of WWE to let him go. But ultimately, I'm here to get your guys' thoughts and opinions, and you guys can let me know everything down in the comments section below. I appreciate all of you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.